Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? My name is Victorian. Welcome to a Arc 2 video. We just had the Arc 2 trailer released and there's a lot of new news, so let's dive into it. The Arc 2 launch is delayed until 2023, and one of the reasons Wildcard gave us is that the upgrading to the Unreal 5 engine and this is very big news, full mod support for console. These are the two reasons that Wildcard gives us why they are delaying Arc 2. The full mod support for console is something that makes me very happy. This would be huge if they pull this off. This means that Xbox and PlayStation get full mod support and can play on private modded servers. It also means that we can have cross-platform play where Xbox, PlayStation and PC players can all play on the same private modded servers. If this is really working like we think this is a huge thing for Arc 2 and a great job done by Wildcard. I'm gonna give props to them. If this is working correctly, awesome job, Wildcard. Does Arc 2 is gonna have a single player campaign? Arc 2 might have a single player campaign with Vin Diesel playing the Arc hero Santiago, who seeks to protect his daughter Mika. This could be a God of War like single player campaign, and that would be really awesome. If you like Vin Diesel or not, that's up to you, but having a single player God of War kind of game with Arc survival and taming gameplay would make one hell of a game. This would also explain why they would have made certain choices in gameplay design. The Souls-like melee combat with target lock, blocks, dodges, combos, staggers, special attacks, all these make sense if they make a God of War kind of single player campaign. The third person only point of view, also with the mantling, the free climbing, the parkour, the sliding and the swinging, also that makes sense in a single player campaign. How about multiplayer though? If we look at the combat design and the third person only point of view, there might be some problems for multiplayer. And before we dive deeper into the multiplayer aspect and the pros and cons, I do want to mention that there is another new feature in Arc 2. And this is the opposing PvE force, the hostile Aratai, which will hunt and attack you, riding their own tamed creatures. And what they want is they want to drive human interlopers from their world. We will talk a little bit more about the Aratai later. Okay, now we have all this info together. Let's take a look at the multiplayer, right? And let's start with a PvE server. We're gonna do PvE and PvP servers, so don't worry, I'll get to all of it. The combat system could work perfectly, fighting off enemy NPCs, the Aratai, and smaller dinos like raptors. The third person only would work as well, so would be the new movement system. All of this stuff would work when it comes down to PvE content. On a full PvE server, all of this could work perfectly and make for a fun game. Okay, let's now consider a PvP server. This is where the problem starts showing. Third person only view during PvP can be very annoying, especially if we can't aim down sights. Of course, it could be that they fix that like Fortnite does. Like with Fortnite, you can still aim down sight even though the rest of the combat is still third person. So they could use that as a solution. So it doesn't have to be a problem, but only third person view in a PvP situation doesn't feel great in the Arc environment. If I would play Arc PvP in Arc 1 right now in third person only, I would not enjoy that. I would not like that at all. The Souls-like melee combat with the blocking, dodging combos, the staggers and the special attacks could work. As long as it's not over the top and annoying with like the chain stuns and the special attacks that can one-shot player. If you could just, keep somebody else stunned and then all of a sudden, you build up some kind of bar for a special attack and then you just one-shot them. That's not going to be fun. There is some, player skills with, dodging, having certain combos. You can use that in, sword to sword or, with axes and swords and all that kind of stuff. That kind of sounds good, but it needs to be balanced out and needs to be working because I'm seeing problems in there as well. It's all nice, but being able to doing certain combos, staggering people all the time, and then a special attack, I'm worried about the balance and I'm worried about the feel. One of the bigger problems I have is the target lock. target lock is something that greatly worries me. Let's say there's a big PvP raid going on and you're trying to defend your base. Are you going to be able to lock players? And do you need to tap target to swap to another player? I mean, let's envision this. Let's say you have a long knife. We don't know if there's gonna be guns, but okay, let's say we have a crossbow. And can we just lock onto a player who's running towards our base? But if we want to shoot somebody else, do we need to like tap target to lock onto another player? This would be really like, this would be almost playing like an MMO. Are we gonna now tap target to target people? That's not what I would like to see. How is this going to affect player versus player combat? I also need to see that. Like, how's this tap targeting gonna do? Like how is this all gonna work out? Even with the blocking, with the melee combat that they are gonna implement, is this gonna work out that way in a player versus player? Like, if you're fighting two players off, do you need to tap target between them to actually attack them? How is this gonna feel? How is this gonna work? I have great worries about this. And now that if we have target lock in PvP, will console players have aim assist as well on top of the target lock? Can you imagine somebody having aim assist into the game and then having target lock? Is that not gonna be a bit much in a player versus player environment? I think that could kind of make, you know, aim assist plus target lock, wouldn't that make console players be a little bit like having a big advantage? I mean, I don't know. Don't want to get too much into that, but it sounds worrisome. The target lock would be one of my biggest concerns in a PvP situation. Could really break the PvP in Arc 2 right now. My personal preference would be that they would remove target lock. I want to get rid of that and keep the point of view like it is right now, when I can just use, you know, my scroll lock, or I don't know what you use on console, but you use your mouse wheel or you use a button to switch between first and third person. I think that should be fine. I think that's what they should use. Okay, now that we have talked about all of this, I want to go back to the Aratai and some other features. Let's start with the Aratai. Like I said before, this is a hostile opposing PvE force that will hunt and attack you, riding their own tamed creatures and want to drive you from their world. This sounds absolutely amazing. I really like this. This sounds very nice, but my biggest question is how is Wildcard going to implement this in Arc 2? I really hope that the Aratai are not going to be some random NPCs that spawn somewhere from time to time and attack you like a pack of raptors. I really hope that these Aratai are more than that. I hope that the Aratai will come to your base and we have to and they will try to attack and raid you, so that you have to defend yourself. Even on a PvE server, that sounds like, you know, really fun thing. We have these Aratai, you know, they are not just like dinos spawning sometimes, you know, in the open wild somewhere. No, these are an organized group, and they will try to come for you. They will try to attack your base. So you need to build a base defense to withstand their attacks, and also be able to defend that base even if you're playing just by yourself. Of course, it should be balanced in a way that, you know, you don't need a tribe. If you are a solo player, a single player even on a multiplayer server, you should be able to build a base and withstand the attacks of the Aratai. That is really, really important. I also hope that the Aratai will have their own bases that we can go look for and attack and raid and get special loot from. This would be really amazing. I mean, we use mods for this. There are mods that, you know, give you enemy spawns and stuff like that, and I believe they're even built bases nowadays. But this would be really cool if we could go look for an Aratai base and attack and raid that ourselves. You get some really nice PvE content right there. There could also be a tug of war thing, where if you want to expand your base or build a big base somewhere, you first need to defeat the Aratai and wipe their base to claim that piece of land so you can build your base there. That would be really cool. This could become a very interesting and could bring a lot of good PvE content to Arc 2, to have these battles going on between you and the Aratai all the time. So, if implemented correctly, the RSI could be a big upgrade for Arc 2 and bring a lot of PvE content to the game, and that could be a really fun asset. So, let's hope they will knock it out of the park with the RSI. Now, talking about base building and all that kind of stuff, a new feature in Arc 2 is going to be advanced template building and sharing. Players can make and save their own preferred building template and share them and place those template layouts in the world, and then you can build them as a team, aka tribe. This is really amazing. I love this. I love that Wildcard made this possible. Usually every tribe has this builder guy who designs and builds the base, and then nobody else wants to touch it because it's his design and they don't want to ruin it. But the builder guy has to do all the building and the other people can't help him. This way it's solved. The builder guy puts down the template and everyone can then build. This will make building as a tribe so much faster, but also way more fun. This is a great job done by Wildcard. I'm really happy with this. We can have these templates for buildings. You can share them with your friends. You can put them online maybe even. And then other people can use your templates, or you can, somebody makes a template for your tribe and everybody can help and build and all that kind of stuff. It's so good. Well done, Wildcard. Also, one of the things that got an upgrade is the new AI update. Animals will now track and hunt by sound, sight and smell. You'll need to use camouflage and learn how to mask your scent. Animals will also intelligently maneuver around obstacles and player-built structures. So I guess it will be harder to tame dinos. I guess Wildcard got sick of the dino traps people were using to tame dinos, so they came up with this. Also, it's going to be much harder to deal with dinos and lose them when you are being hunted. Let's say you have a pack of raptors on your tail. Every time you make a noise, or as long as they can see or smell you, they will keep coming for you. I hope this won't be too powerful. This could be very annoying if a pack of raptors is chasing you to the end of the world, as long as they, have a line of sight, or they can hear you or smell you. So they kind of need to balance this. I hope we don't need to have camouflage on all the time, and take care of our scent the entire time, but there could also be a very big plus side. It could also have that it would have this really nice implementation that when you are hunting a dino, whatever to tame or kill, you have to act like a proper hunter. Hide your smell, use camouflage, and don't make any noise, and then strike at the exact right moment. I hope this, if they implement this, I hope this will result in a new taming modes. And the better you execute it, the faster the time to tame is. So let's say you are hunting, or you want to tame a T-Rex, so you're covering your smell, you're using camouflage, you're going, you're doing all this, and then you use something to knock him out. And then the better you do it, if he never heard you, never saw you, never smelled you, you can just, you can lay down there, or you can crouch down there, and you can find a weak spot at the T-Rex and then hit him with a dart right into a certain vein in the neck, for example, and then he will get knocked out really quickly. So this might be really, really awesome for Arc 2. They could do that. So I hope they balance it out, like how long are creatures gonna track you, how's all the tracking gonna work for you, or are they gonna do something fun with that, because it really could give you that hunter kind of feel. I would really like that. Anyways, these are my thoughts and ideas about Arc 2 with everything we know so far. Let me know how you guys feel about everything, and I hope to see you guys in another video. Links for social media are down below in the description. If you like what I do on this channel, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Take care, guys. Bye bye.